Hi, I'm Susan Rand Brown. I'm a journalist during the summer with the Provincetown Banner. I've been doing that for about 7 years. And every once in a while, I'm privileged to write about very special artists. And this was the case here when I wrote about Robert Neiditz. And the title was taken from some of the remarks that Robert himself made on his artist's website, which I really do recommend. It's a pleasure to read what a literate artist has to say about his life and his work. Truro and Connecticut-based artist Robert Neiditz, known as Robbie to his family and friends, does creative, original work in several media, with recent accolades directed toward his strikingly detailed prints. Provincetown's Julie Heller saw them during the fall of 2009 and grabbed the opportunity to introduce Neiditz to the Outer Cape community in her small gallery with a well-established pedigree in the modernist tradition. Robert Neiditz etchings, which opened last Friday at the Julie Heller Gallery in Provincetown, was the setting for last night's wonderful opening with Robbie's work, and friends and family very enthusiastically gathered to look at the work on the walls and to praise the artistry that made them possible. After Picasso, one of the etchings, speak to this artist's exacting attention to the demands of a printer's craft, sensitivity to line and subtle coloration, and a delightfully knowledgeable, wry attitude toward the history of visual expression. Korean restaurant, the piece pays homage to his favorite Connecticut sushi spot. His piece explores the symbolic representations behind the Japanese Korean food that he enjoys. Asked why this particular idea called for a diptych, Neiditz reached at his Connecticut home shortly before driving to the end of the Cape with 3 new etchings, explained very simply, these two things, one on top of another, reflect heaven and earth. And sure enough, biomorphic forms, the yin and yang of existence in this particular piece, are seen reaching towards each other, connecting images floating but never quite touching. Art is a measure of the emotional temperament of the artist, Neiditz has said. Once created, it takes on a life of its own, an independent existence that mirrors the spirit of its maker. He said, the form becomes color, and the color becomes form. The work becomes a revelation. Often, images emerge without thinking of linear technique or the balancing of forms. They begin to live in a space beyond my emotions. And in that space, I can find the song. This is Neiditz's own words, and it was so moving to me. Spending some time taking in Neiditz's work, and that's exactly what you'll find. Interconnected, fully realized little jewels, mapping a song of their own.
That's a Castle Hill right there. I have that in a museum in Castle Hill.